What's going on, guys? It's Tim back at you again to bring you another video, and today I'm going to go over 4 great back exercises to add to your lifting regimen. But before we get started, I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe, and I want to thank all of you who are subscribed so far. Thank you guys for all the support so far. Thanks for watching this video, and let's get started. So the first exercise I'm going to go over is the barbell bent over row. This is a great exercise for really overloading the movement and lifting as much weight as possible. However, it's also done incorrectly most of the time if you see it at a gym. People tend to not get low enough to the ground, and they tend to use momentum to get the weight up. Ideally, you want to do this movement without any momentum and just by driving the movement with the elbows and squeezing the lats behind you. Oftentimes you'll see people, they don't keep their wrists neutral, so therefore they pull more with their arms and involve their biceps a lot more than the lats, which therefore makes them weaker on the movement, but it also increases their compensation and momentum as they want to continue to lift as much weight as possible. I tend to have the same issue with keeping my wrists neutral. However, when I do it underhand, like you see here, I don't have that issue, and I can pull the bar lower towards my belly button, and I feel I get a much larger surface area of my lats activated by doing this. So try lowering the weight, getting closer to the ground when you do this movement, using no momentum, fully stretching the lats by fully straightening your arms, and pulling with just your elbows, keeping a neutral wrist. You'll be amazed how much stronger you get on the movement because you're involving a much bigger muscle in the lats, and your frame will be filled out much quicker. Exercise 2 that I'm going to show you guys is the TBar Row. The TBar Row is a lot like the bent over row in the fact that you can lift as much weight as possible as long as you do the correct form. While some gyms have their own TBar Row machine, and that's great if they do, I like to stick to my roots and use the corner of a rack or use a landmine set up by a couple of Olympic weights and do it that way with a lat pull-down triangle attachment. However, I do see this exercise being done wrong all the time because people either they stand up too upright because the weight's too heavy, they use momentum because the weight's too heavy, they don't let their arms fully bend, they let their elbows stop right about at their knees where they feel supported because the weight's too heavy, or they pull with their wrists a little more and pull it towards the chest and get more armed and back because the weight again is too heavy. This can be another motion that really fills out your back frame as long as you use proper form from the start. And this can mean as much as going down to just one plate and going slow and squeezing every single time, because that builds the stabilizers that will allow you to add more plates to the movement and therefore make quick progress and the correct progress without any compensation. Exercise 3 that I'm going to show you guys is a little unique, and it's the barbell lat pullover. Now, I do really love the dumbbell pullover, but when I started doing the barbell pullover, I started to feel it more in the center of my back as well as the lats as well. I still get a great stretch in my lats as I pull back, but then when I pull forward, I feel it really stabilizing in my center spine as well. The center back muscles tend to go a little underdeveloped compared to the other back muscles, which are focused on by rows, dumbbell pullovers, and pull-ups, but by increasing the strength right in the center back, increasing the stability there, you'll notice that you get stronger on a lot larger movements such as the bent over row and deadlift as well, because this increases straight arm scapular strength. Now, for this movement to be effective, you have to have very precise form. You need to let your lats stretch back pretty slowly, really utilize that tempo. You'll feel more stability if you do so. Really allow the center back stabilizers to pull a little bit and keep a slight bend in your elbows so that when you return to the top form, you drive through the elbows like any other back motion. This will give you the strongest contraction. And the last exercise I'm going to show you guys is the pull-up. The pull-up is one of my favorites, but it's also very easy to get wrong. Oftentimes when you see someone get a pull-up wrong, they're pulling with mainly their arms, not keeping their wrists neutral, and they're not really squeezing their elbows behind them, not getting a lat contraction at all. So the way that I would cue this so that you guys get a strong lat contraction is to picture that you're squeezing your elbows behind you into your back pockets, and you'll feel this all up and down the lats and the center back as well. And that's what's going to give you extra strength and extra development from this movement. And obviously not everybody can do pull-ups because they are a bodyweight exercise, and sometimes the strength just isn't there yet. So a great alternative is the lat pull-down. And the lat pull-down I would cue the exact same way. You just pull the elbows into the back pockets, squeeze behind you, and keep your chest up as well. Really keep it pointing towards the sky. It's okay to lean back as long as it's just the upper portion of your body. Pulling down towards the chest is okay. And that helps you get your elbows lower behind you and get the strongest contraction possible. And that wraps it up, guys. These are 4 great exercises to add to your back regimen if you haven't already. And if you have, but you're not really feeling the effectiveness of them, maybe you haven't really been feeling it like I've been talking about, try to fix your form the way that I've been talking about, rebuild the foundation on it a little bit, and I promise you, you will see a quicker and more effective increase in gains. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe because I got a lot more videos like this coming out in the future. Let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know what you want to see in the future. Thank you guys so much for all the support you give me so far, and I'll see you guys in the next video.